Hello everyone, this is Chocolate here and welcome to the 58th Dream Vlog. I hope everyone is doing well. I apologize for not uploading in about a month really. I've been really busy. I know this isn't big news, but I'm hoping to get a new mug soon. There's like a bunch of mugs on Moomin Shop of like Moomin Papa and Mizabel, and I really want the Mizabel one because I love her and I think she's cool. And in Moomin Valley she was voiced by a trans woman, and I just think that is just the coolest thing in the world. So unrelated, but yes, I'm hoping to get a new mug, so keep an eye out for maybe like a Mizabel mug or a Moomin Papa mug, because Moomin Papa is probably one of my favorite characters from Moomin. I just think he's the greatest. So anyway, in my dream, I was part of this crew of a very large boat, and we stopped at a small island, and some wrongdoing on the boat was pinned on me, so I was left behind, and I watched it sail away. And at first we thought this island was just like a desert island, there was no one there, but it was actually a bigger island than we thought, and there was a lot of people living there, so I was kind of relieved. I found this like foundation with the bones of a house built on it. And I was like, okay, I can just live here, that will be fine. I won't need to like make any friends. But then I realized, wait, I'll probably be really lonely, so I have to make some friends. So I decided, of course, to go to the grocery store, because that's the best place to make friends. So on the other side of the aisle, like I was walking down one aisle, and then the next aisle, there was this girl, and she kept jumping up above so her head could like look down to where I was in the next aisle. And we were like having a conversation or something. And it was down just like this normal grocery store aisle, and then all of a sudden I hit this table, this very long table with a blue tablecloth on it, and there were books sprawled all over it. So I was looking through the books and I found this weird Dr. Seuss looking book, but on the cover was Humphrey Bogart and it said that he had written it. And I'm like, I would totally read a Dr. Seuss-esque book written by Humphrey Bogart. I think that would be hilarious. So in my dream I decided to purchase this Humphrey Bogart Dr. Seuss book, and I wanted to show it to my mom, but I couldn't find her anywhere because I was on a desert island because I had been marooned there. So I went back to my house and I decided I would throw a party, so I began to prepare for guests. And all of a sudden my house now had walls and a second floor and was kind of dark. Everything felt like it was being lit by candles. So I like set out some food and I turned on a program on this like so if you've seen like the last season of Parks and Rec, when they for some reason went into the future, and like for them the future was like the Magnificent Fur-Off Year of 2002. For them in Parks and Rec, the future was like all the tablets and phones were like really thin and kind of like glass, you know? And that's kind of what the tablet looked like. It was just this very thin piece of glass. It was actually the size of a small television. And I decided I would turn on this like documentary program. And the program ended up being about the Titanic and other ships like it, which I found the Titanic super fascinating when I was little. Like when I was in elementary school, I checked out all the books I could on the Titanic. I just couldn't get enough. But then of course it also terrified me. Seeing pictures of the wreck of the Titanic I thought was one of the scariest things in the world. Because it's just so enormous. Like, it's just so inconceivably huge, and it's down there still. And I always thought that was really scary. But anyway, in my dream I was watching this documentary on the Titanic, but for some reason in the documentary the ocean was like, it was super blue and it was super shallow. So I was like, how can this boat be floating? This water's way too shallow. And then suddenly I woke up from that dream and I kind of faded into another. Like white transition, fade to white, fade, you know. So I was arriving at this comedy club with my dad and my grandma, who was in a wheelchair, which she's not in real life. So I don't know why she was in my dream. And even though in my dream I had signed up to do the open mic online, I wasn't on the list. So I was really panicking. Nonetheless, the MC let me perform. And I stepped up on the stage and I didn't get any laughs at all. Like, just dead silence. And suddenly, I just kind of jolted, and I was in the back seat of my dad's car. And my grandma was in the passenger, my dad was driving, and we were kind of driving into the sunset. And I asked my dad, like, did I perform? What was my set about? And he told me that my set was about the Titanic and the ocean. And I was like, no! I shouldn't have done that. I had a set performed. I had a set prepared. I had all these things I was gonna say, and I was just so upset and embarrassed. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, thank God, that was a dream, because I do have an open mic coming up and I do have stuff prepared. So hopefully I'll prepare that stuff and I'll perform that stuff and not the stuff about the Titanic. Because yes, I do stand-up comedy, and it's very scary. Anyways, again, apologies for not uploading in a while. I do have a lot of videos planned, fingers crossed. But yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you've enjoyed my video, and remember to like and subscribe. Bye!
And a 1 and a 2. My dreams are so awesome.